then I'll tell you my measurements on the navy when you get home. Okay? And then there's a card for my mom.
I want to know later about cutting that other one so I can score it the other way.
Oh, I don't.
Shaded
Okay.
shamrock or whatever it is.
Okay. I don't know if I know what you mean. I'll call you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call you when I'm done. Okay. Okay. Hey everybody, this is Christine Bertram, and I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And it is Sunday! Yay! You guys might have seen Gina live this morning. She was here, I think, at 9 o'clock, bright and early. I was out here with her to help get the live streaming set up because we figured out the way to do it. Not the most effective or efficient way, but we made it work. So it's the 19th today. Yay! And it feels like lots of makeup sessions for card classes for you guys. And this is the makeup of the kit class. I originally had planned to do this on Friday afternoon, and with doing the Meandering Meadows, I thought it would be too much to do 2 back-to-back classes with my leg up, as not up as much as it should be. So that's why I rescheduled it for today, and it got a little bit later in the day. And that is because we got flowers planted. Yay. So I have some pictures to show you guys. Yay, there's a bunch of you guys here already. All right, very, very cool. So I don't know if anybody else notices, but the setting on the camera is different. The square box around me, there's more black around the edge, which it never used to be like that. So that must be a setting that I have to figure out what that's all about. But yay, we got Melanie here and Karen. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. Hi, Sue. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Georgine. Oh, so it was a productive day. Yesterday was a productive day of rest. I had class in the morning with, I think there were 6 people here. And by the time I was done with class, I was completely and utterly exhausted. And you guys will be proud of me. I went to bed and I slept for 4 hours and it felt amazing. It is exactly what I needed. Hi, Sarah Marison. Hi, Donna. Hi, Becky. Hi, Connie. You received the box. Yay! Yes, so lots of you guys received boxes yesterday, or you will be receiving boxes. A lot of packages got sent out on Thursday. And so for those that have been getting boxes, I'm going to be getting caught up on those classes, and the tutorials will be coming out for those classes, and it'll all work out in the end. It really will. So, but yesterday was a day of sleep. I needed 4 hours of rest, I guess, and I woke up, and then I was very blessed that Anna came over, and she started helping me cut paper for the Stampin' Fun in the Sun so that we can get some scoring done. So we had a productive working bit for an hour and a half cutting paper, and then I got to work in emails for a bit and got some more sleep, and then got Gina up and running this morning, got some more sleep. I can tell that it has been go, 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 go for the last 2 weeks, and with sleep, which is good. Hi, Susie Thomas. Hi, Judy Sharp. Hi, Ann Bellinger. Happy Sunday. Hi, Beverly Carlin. Beverly, I sent you an email asking if you wanted the DSP sampler for the annual catalog. I don't know if you saw it. Maybe it went to your spam folder, but I am holding one here in case you want one. Just let me know if you do or you don't want it. Just send me a quick note when you have a chance. So Donna got her Happy Meal yesterday. So good, good, good. So it's been a good day. Then my mom came into town and Chris came over and they helped me get some flowers planted. Diane came over and we designed Let's Just Stamp. And then now we're having class and I feel like things are moving along very, very good. And I feel good because I got rested, which is exactly what I needed. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. Boxes that are rolling into people. And I want to talk to you guys really quick about some of the things. A lot of you get a lot of classes from me, and that is awesome. I appreciate it so much. We got everything shipped. A lot of you got everything shipped all at once. And so there's a lot of stuff in your boxes. So I really need for everybody to look through everything thoroughly. Sometimes we put multiple classes in the same package. So you might think, oh, I only got the top class, but it's really a couple or 3 classes all in one. So make sure you look through everything really good with a fine-tooth comb. And ultimately, there is a makeup class yet. So the monthly class has not been held. I'm looking at the calendar. It was supposed to be the 9th. That was the first day that we had problems with technology. And that I have not set a day and time yet for the May monthly class to be made up. It'll happen this week sometime. I definitely will make it up in like the next week, unless it's early the following week. But it'll get made up. It'll definitely get made up. The tutorial was already emailed to everybody, which is awesome. And then Unbounded Beauty was last Thursday, the 16th. And the PDF tutorial just got sent out about 30 minutes ago. Yay! Whoop whoop. Okay. So that's out. So that class is pretty much caught up. I have a few left of it, I think, in case anybody was still interested. I might have 2 left. So Unbounded Beauty will be gone in a matter of time. We're like short time. Kit class was supposed to be last Friday. It's now happening tonight, which is awesome. I've got 2 kits here. We're going to get to them momentarily. We had the Meandering Meadow Stamp-A-Stack on Friday at 1, and that tutorial did get emailed out to everybody. I think it was Thursday night before I went to bed. I emailed it out to everybody. And so that class is pretty much in the books, I think. And what we have tomorrow is Let's Just Stamp. And the tutorial is being written today. Yay. I got a hold and connected with Jolene in the last, I think we connected on Friday. And so she was going to have that written tonight. And I'm going to proofread it. Karen's going to proofread it. And my goal is to have it emailed out to everybody by tomorrow morning, mid-morning, 10 o'clock. Like, that is my goal, which is still before class. Yay. So the Let's Just Stamp will be on track. And I have a card layout in mind for Mystery Card Night, which, if everybody's wondering, will still be happening tomorrow night. That is my plan. At 6 o'clock, we'll have Mystery Card Night. So that one will be back on track. And then what that leaves us for is Thursday is the catalog launch party in color class. And that tutorial will soon follow as well. I think Jolene was going to put that on her radar to have done between Monday and Tuesday. And we'll email that by at least the day before, so Wednesday. Okay, so we got a little hosed up with the tutorials. Jolene had some family issues that had come up, and we didn't connect for 3 weeks or 4 weeks on my trip, and then with my leg or my foot, we didn't connect. And so the tutorials got a little hosed up this month, and we'll get back on track. But the catalog launch will come. So somebody or people start to email me the day before or the day of asking for the tutorials. Just know that this month is wonky because of all the issues that came up between me and Jolene. So the tutorials kind of got backlogged. So if it's the day of or it's the day before, you still don't have to email me, because then it takes time for me to reply to the email. Just know that if you don't have it by like after class, that might be the issue. So that catalog launch party is this Thursday, which we should be back on track. And then the following week is ink, paper, scissors, which we should be good to go. That's the 30th. And then there's on the 24th, we're going to have the makeup, share, create, inspire card class. So we're getting there. Like, it's going to happen, everybody. It really will. Hi, Deb Norman. Hi, Lisa LaFramboise. You missed the very beginning, but it sounds like you got lots of sleep. Yes, Deb, I definitely did. Hi, Susan Bellamy. Yeah, so sleep is a good thing for me. I think you guys know if I get my sleep, I'm about an Energizer Bunny times 10, and that's how I feel today. I feel a lot better. I couldn't function yesterday, and I know that was my body's way of telling me, you need sleep, girlfriend. So that's what I did. So now you guys have a little bit of an update. I know not everybody's going to catch that, but I do try to catch. I feel like there's mosquitoes flying around, because Tyler told me that the mosquitoes were flying around outside, and I feel like they came inside and they're after me. Oh, man. So they're not, but I just feel like it. Hi, Maria Gilbertson. All right, so where I'm at with emails, though, sometimes I see emails and I process them, but I don't always reply too. So I have a couple of, I have about maybe since, what is today, the 19th, I have emails from like Wednesday on that I'm still working through. I did spend one night last week working on them, but just know if you do have an email out to me, I'm trying to process them as fast as I can, or any kind of correspondence. So just your patience is always appreciated with that. And the Designer Series paper sampler got mailed out to everybody too. And I thought that by last Wednesday, I would have my sampler glued together. And what do I mean? This is my Designer Series paper sampler. So you guys can see I did not glue mine up here yet. I glued all my color swatches because my brother made me do that while we were actually working on it. But I don't have any of my Designer Series paper color swatches glued, and that means I haven't photographed it yet. And after I do the gluing, I photograph it. Kelly puts this all into a PDF for me, and then I email it to everybody who signed up to get it. And I do have maybe 10 left, but the main thing is that there's a little bit of a discrepancy on the specialty paper. And I know Susan Bellamy caught it. A couple other people caught it last week. Hi, Jeanette from Australia. But I wanted to make sure I call it out to anybody who just recently got this in the mail about how to put this together. This stuff is kind of intuitive. As long as you know the colors, what color goes with what name, you should be good. And the DSPs, they kind of go front and back. They're always in order, so the first and the back, you can kind of match them up. The hardest ones are gray granite, smoky slate, and basic gray. Those are hard. The smoky slate is more true gray, where the gray granite has a little more brown in it, I think. And then the basic gray is the dark one. So that was kind of a hiccup for a couple people. And then the other hiccup that you might experience if you want to put this together before you get my PDF is that it was an afterthought for us to add naturally gilded and the oxidized copper. And when I asked Kelly to create it, I called out the naturally gilded. I sent her a picture of the naturally gilded and oxidized, but I never told her where to put the oxidized copper. And so the oxidized copper never got noted on the specialty page here, but the naturally gilded did, which was a carryover. The oxidized copper, they're not new. They carried over from I think the Holiday Mini. But what I'm planning to do on here before I photograph this is write on here oxidized copper and oxidized copper. And so some of you, when I showed this last week, caught that. And so you knew that's where I put them. That's really the only open space that you could put them. And I'm just going to grab a black magic marker or fine tip pen and write oxidized copper. But other than that, as long as you can match up what color goes with what color, you should have no problem putting your designer paper together, the designer series paper sampler together, which is awesome. So there are about 8 to 10 left at the moment, in case anybody would still like to get this. After everything gets glued, what I do is I put it in page protectors, and then I have it in a 3-ring binder. And then I use this as a reference tool when I'm showing product from a class. And also, if you're an avid customer that loves Stampin' Up! Products and loves to have everything matchy, this is a great reference tool for you to pull out to see when you're designing what paper you could potentially use. All right, so that's a little update on the designer series paper sampler. And then to show you, because I know you guys always like to see what's coming up, and this is what Diane and I worked on this afternoon. So the Let's Just Stamp for the month of June features labeled, what is it called? Labels of Love? Is it Labels of Love? Oh man, we gotta have to look really quick. I'll show you guys. It's the butterfly stamp. I think it's called Labels and it's of Love. Okay, it's this one. It's the one that has either a punch or dies for it. So we used, I even pulled the French one up. Hang on. It's labeled with love. And this is the stamp set that we used. But we definitely designed the cards in a way that you wouldn't have to buy the stamp set. You know my saying, buy what you love, use what you have when it comes to classes with me. And so these are the 3 cards. We stuck with the Moody Mauve and Misty kind of theme. Very cool. Espresso is our common denominator. And this one, you would just need a sentiment, some sort of a background stamp, and then what we use is the little flower up the side. And when you get card kits from me, this one we threw in some embossing because it was, they were always nicer with a little embossing. So we generally try not to use any dies though. So this is, it's geared towards beginner, but everybody is welcome. This one we tried to make it look like it was a present. And you've got this little bow kind of thing going on in the middle here. And we pulled in the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper. So that one's a birthday card. So this one you would just need a sentiment. And then this one we used the flowers in the inside of that one. And this one has butterflies on it. Now, there have been numerous butterfly stamp sets in the past too. So if you don't have the butterflies that go with that set, you could always use past butterflies because you'll get a piece of white paper about yay big and stamping butterflies. We did fussy cut them. A little label will already be punched out for you. And then that's that one. Hoping you have the best day ever. So those are what we got for Let's Just Stamp. So yay, I'm so excited. We got 1 class for June ready to go. Yay, I'm so excited. Susan said she finished. Yeah, so Susan Bellamy gets the gold star because she worked on her DSP sampler last night and she got it finished, which was awesome. So good job. And I see where to put the 2. Yes, perfect. So we were kitting up the DSP sampler last week Friday, and we realized that we forgot to have Kelly note on there the oxidized copper. And we made, but Karen Wetstein had cut them already. And so we had 90 of those little 1x2s for both colors. And we thought to ourselves, nope, you're not throwing it away, or you're not going to not use it. You're going to put them in everybody's kits, and everybody will glue them on, and they can handwrite themselves the oxidized copper. So we made that executive decision to put them in there and make sure to include them. So very good. All good?
All
Ready
good?
for Rhonda.
I'll put them
Yeah.
on the mudroom counter.
Perfect.
I'll leave you the cards for tomorrow for mailing.
Yep. Okay.
And
Perfect.
then I'll see you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow night. Awesome. Thanks, Chris. All right. So Chris is here. So you guys want to see what Chris and my mom now. So Diane and I were together in the afternoon, and then Chris and my mom and Tyler and we worked on planting flowers. So we got my flower baskets all put together. That was an overflow from last year. The chives just went crazy. Oh, of course. So Tyler always has to take selfies of himself. He says it's the tax for taking pictures. So I've got some salvia, and we've got Thumbergias back there, my geraniums, the petunias, and these are the what climbs up, some zinnias, and then he got a little tomato plant, and there we go. So that was what we worked on this afternoon. So that was really good. And the other thing I thought I'd share with you guys before we get working on kits. Hi, Catherine Healy. Yes, Sunday night. So I have one stack here of mail to go through with you guys. I thought I would share some happy mail with you first, and then we'll work on kits. And there's one more, I have about this much more mail to go through. So you guys have been awesome. This card comes to me from Debbie Lindauer. It's so funny. She writes on here, so she goes Milwaukee to Wapaka, and she does porch pickup now with card kits. And so she goes up and back and forth, and she swings by here on the way. And this is awesome. If life gives you lemons and you chuck them right back, ha ha ha. And that's awesome. So I got that one from Debbie Lindauer. This one comes to me from Linda Grady. Very pretty with the flowers. That stamping, thinking of you while I recuperate. So very pretty using exposed brick. Hello, friend. Thank you for that, Linda. This one is from Debbie Peters. And the painted lavender with the big hugs and having a little linen thread bow is awesome. And little sides, I like the sides get glued down, and you have the top that flips up in the middle. So very pretty. That was from Debbie Peters. This one is from Ann Bellinger. She used the little dude from the Just Kiddin' stamp set with a little Band-Aid. I always loved that set that had the Band-Aid. She knows I love my purple too. And so you guys all are telling me to take time for my body to heal. So my body needs rest so that bone heals up. So that is what I'm working on. This is from Pat Fleming, the little mouse here, sending a big hug. I think it's from Hearts and Hugs in the new catalog. And sending smiles across the miles is from one of my favorite sets called Sending Smiles. Very pretty. I like the little flowers on the front. It's that time of year. This is from Sandy Coit Emery. Sent me Memorial Day card already, which is awesome. And Memorial Day is coming up here next week, Monday, so a week from tomorrow. So I got an awesome Memorial Day card from Sandy. This one comes to me from Lisa Hedgedus, and she had the outside matchy flap from the New Horizons designer paper. And she has the little "What did the fox say?" on the inside here, and then she's got the little fox on the outside. Very cute. Love that with the Grove dies here. Like one of the Groves, Delicate Forest, or maybe it's the new one. I love the tree look there. No, Deb Norman. I go into the doctor on Tuesday morning. This is from Melody Miller. So here's our little turtle. You guys remember I had a couple cards last week that had the little turtle. I love the embossing folder here that got used with him. It kind of matches his shell. Very cute. This is from Melody Miller. Very nice. So I have my appointment at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning down in Watertown. And I will know by 9:30 what's the story, because we're going to take x-rays first thing. This is from Wendy Kruger. Get well soon card. And it looks like a little bit of a Z-fold. Very pretty, sending me healing vibes. Love it. I love that stitch. I think this was like stitched so sweetly. That was such a cool die set. Then this one is from Christina Heiser. Little hello with the heartfelt hexagons and some of that Sunshine and Rainbows designer series paper. Love the double matting, you guys. I'm seeing lots of that here. It's awesome. And here's another one featuring the perennial lavender. This is from Janice Ormiston with a matchy envelope as well. Looks like ink paper scissors layout here. Love it, with some of that leather trim where it opens like that. We get lots of rest. That is the general thought that I'm hearing. This one is from Margie Schlegel, just checking in, and she's got the lemons on here as well. And she's going to be doing the Stampin' Fun in the Sun with me. So if anybody's interested about the Stampin' Fun in the Sun, there are still plenty of spots. I think the last time I checked, there's about 30 spots left. This is from Miss Susan Bellamy from Lakeland, Florida. And we got a little leaf that got bent there. We'll put that back. Sunburst Punch, if I remember that one. And there is like a dictionary or a newsprint here on the top. So, and thank you for the wishes and the prayers, Susan. I appreciate them. This is from Judy Sharp. And she used that Crafting with Use bundle. And I love the scissors here. So cool. She did a great job with them. And then a little roll of ribbon. And then it was the fold that we did for Mystery Card Night, like probably 6 months ago. I love it. And that is my favorite pattern from that Pack of Designer series paper. Very pretty card, Judy. Hi, Marcia Long. My foot is better. I mean, every day, if I have to say, I'm going to move my bags that are underneath my desk, though, so I can get like a little bit more room going on down here. Let me just see if I can rearrange my bottom thing so my boot can fit down here better. Okay, there you go. Okay, now I think I got it. Oh, all right, now I think my foot's better. Every day seems to be a little bit better. This is from Sandy Coy Emery. I love the concept of this, Sandy. This looks like it slides up and down the track, but it doesn't. It's a belly band that goes up and down, and it's the way that you have it cut with a little slice through here on a wave. Super cool. Sending flowers and thinking of you. Very cool. I love the cut through here. So every day seems to be like a little bit better, I must say. I don't know if it really is or not, but I feel like I'm managing. This is from Donna Grushke. Every day I think I'm getting a little bit stronger with the crutches, or getting just a little bit stronger mentally and more emotionally about what's happening, because it's like, well, this is the new normal for a little while. So it's every day, I have to say, it's a little bit better. A million thanks. And so this was a kit, and it has a matching envelope. That was from Donna Grushke. Very pretty. I love the flowers, how you pop them up on there. That's very good. And I think what I'm going to do is put it like this. I'm going to put that on that pile. This one is from Sharon Davis. She used that awesome little dragonfly trinket. Gotta love that. And some of the bordered blue Night of Navy ribbon. And just such pretty bright colors for the spring and summer here that we're coming into. And then this one is from Debbie Lindauer again. So one card was a get well, and one card she was getting classes for me. But the little chameleons are so cute. They were part of a paper pumpkin, I believe. And then the petal prints embossing folder back there. And so she got some classes for me. So Debbie, they're ready to go. They're on the counter in the mudroom for you now. Yay. And then this is from Judy Dean. This is using that Earthern Elegance bundle with gratitude, with the little palm leaf coming up. So very pretty, and I love it. And use a little bit of vanilla with it. And then this one is from Miss Frances Rodriguez. She's got a little pretty kitty, white kitty, staring in the window, ready to jump in and find something good to eat. That's what I think the cat's up to. This was a set from a couple years ago that was something with the fence. Something with the garden. I love the exposed brick embossing folder in the background. I love how the current supplies that you're using can mix and match with past stuff, and how you can start to use things that you have accumulated through the years and bring them in and marry them in with current product. So that was super cool, Frances. I love how you did that. This one is from Judy Sharp as well. No, I'm so sorry, Debbie Schultz. Debbie Schultz. I saw the D and the S, and it's Debbie Schultz. No, you know who this is from? Jean Shoot. Ha ha ha, I gotta look at the name here. So Jean Shoot, as she says, it's like shoot. I love it when you guys add in the pronunciation. So if you listen to me say your name and then I don't say it correct, then you give me a pronunciation. So this is Jean Shoot. So Jean was one of our winners from the MS benefit. So I was able to mail out her package This is that Fitting Florets designer paper. One of my favorite papers of like over the last 10 years. This pack is probably in my top 10 of designer paper. Just, I loved that designer paper a lot. So I'm so excited to get to see that again on this card. And this one comes from Miss Dawn Ablett. Look at this beautiful card, you guys. And I love how she mailed it in like the business size envelope here. And she wrote on there, do not bend, because it's a bigger card. She used a lot of the daisies and she embossed here with the white. It has a little scallopy border at the top. And that big sunflower here is so pretty. And then I just love how she decorated the inside in here as well. And so she's working on getting back into the crafting world. You guys, life happens and reality hits us and things happen, and sometimes we lose our mojo for crafting and being inspired and getting using our crafting supplies, and when the time is right, that it comes back to us. And so I was just totally in awe with this card, Dawn. You did an amazing job, and so I would say you haven't lost anything, and when the time comes and you're ready to get back into it, you just keep on creating and keep on designing and keep on having fun making cards and brightening other people's days. And that is exactly what you did with this card. It is just beyond gorgeous. Thank you so much for this awesome card. And it was fun to get a different size of a card too, wasn't it? That's what I thought. It was like, oh, cool, it's like a big card. So that's what I have for my Happy Mail from all you guys. And that was just a small bit of Happy Mail. I still have that much and then more. And I'm working my way through the cards and the envelopes and everything. So it's a little bit hard to always get at the table to work at reading everything. Marcia said, so Marcia, I had texted you late last week about asking about if you wanted a DSP sampler. And I did see that you're not needing a DSP sampler, but you wanted to talk. And it's crazy. I had a couple people that were like that. Sometimes when people say, oh, we need a chat, or I have questions about this or that, it's more of a, let's pick up the phone and chat. And I had a couple people that I spent 45 minutes on the phone with 2 different people yesterday chatting about different stuff that they wanted to talk about. And by the time it gets to be 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, it's like, okay, it's too late to call the next person. So Marcia, you are on my list. We can try to connect tomorrow if that works for you. Just text me a time that works for you. I do have class at 1 and then at 6 again. But if we could chat sometime in the morning or later afternoon, that would be great. Because I know that you said in there that you wanted to chat about some things, and I will make sure we chat tomorrow. You had searched, Christine said, you guys, my phone is just far enough away that I can't see everything. I broke yours a couple months ago. I screwed down the other side. I was done. You were down 2 months. Oh no. So can you imagine going through 6 months to 12 months out of your life like that, where you have swelling and in the pain? Not easy. Back full time to work, but the foot still hurts. Yeah. So that is one thing that somebody kind of warned me about. They said, Jolene's working on the Magnolia, everybody. Whoop, whoop. Yay. About the walking, somebody was preparing me that said, well, if you don't have surgery, if you do have surgery, you still may have pain in your foot afterwards, or when the weather gets cold, you might notice the more pain. And so they're like, well, that's a part of life when I guess you have broken bones, that eventually they get sore or achy. And I'm like, oh man, that's a part of getting old, isn't it? So, oh yeah. So, all right. So Marcia, you said, no, I wanted to ask about it first. So definitely I'll go back and look at your text message and let's try to connect tomorrow. I told Tyler that after I was done with my live today, so I told him I'd be done about 9 o'clock. That's about an hour, that I would devote my time to him afterwards, because I really didn't spend much time with him at all today. So I told him that I would definitely end it close to 9 and then be spending time with him for about an hour before we go to sleep. So, all right. Are you guys ready for kit night? So ever since January, Stampin' Up! Has come out with 2 kits every month. So last year I always did 1 kit. Now this year they come out with 2. I originally intended to do 2 separate lives, but I don't know where to find more time to do another live because it seems like between all the classes and all of the lives and all of the things that need to happen, that we make happen on a monthly basis, there wasn't more time to do another live. So I do these back to back. I piggyback them. And it depends on what's involved with the kit. Generally, when I do the kit class, I like to show you the kit from start to finish. And I know last month we didn't because I didn't quite have enough time to finish it before we had to roll into the next thing. So we'll see what tonight brings. My goal with the kit class is to show you guys what is the kit, what the kits are all about. You might not be into kits. Kits don't always appeal to everybody. They're great for beginners or somebody who's first started out with stamping because you might not have a lot of stamping supplies. Somebody who's an avid crafter is generally, I would say, turned off by a kit because they think they're a little basic. But there's ways to take the supplies and the components of kits and use them in your creative designing process or when you're making kits, or if you need to have a card on the fly really fast and you don't have time to do the 10 layers or lots of embellishments and ribbon and all that good stuff, you could grab one of these and get a card together, because what's most important is to get a card to the person that you want to send the card to, like that's intended for. So that's why kits can be appealing. They also come in handy when you are traveling or going on vacation and want to take something to work on, or if you go down to Florida or the South or any New Mexico, Arizona, and you're listening, like what we would call my grandparents they were snowbirds. They went down to Florida, but you wanted something to work on. So my Aunt Marge now goes down to Florida every winter, and she loves the paper pumpkins because she can get them once a month, and it's enough of the cards that she can send out for what she needs on a monthly basis. And the kits are generally cards, but they also have projects. The two that they came out with this month are one's called Hello Hollyhocks, and the other one is called City Sights Kit. Sometimes kits are all-inclusive, meaning that they have everything you need in them, except for probably a scissors, but it would have the ink, the stamps, everything is included. And sometimes they are not called all-inclusive, and they're more of a kit that doesn't have stamps. They have more printed labels, and so it's more of an assembly process. So, oh, you were climbing a chair. Oh, man. Christine, I was reading your message that you actually broke it by climbing on a chair. That doesn't sound fun and exciting. But it doesn't sound deadly, though, either. Like, I would rather have had, accidents happen. I started to realize that after this happened to us, that accidents do happen, and some are worse than others. And I'm just happy that the accident Tyler and I had wasn't any worse than what it was. So we're going to start with this one. This is called Hello Hollyhocks. So let's get this guy open and see what we have here. I know Susan Bellamy, you generally get these kits and you usually work on them with me. I don't know, is anybody else working on one of these kits? The gems are awesome. I'm an embellishment person. You would think I'm a ribbon person because I am a ribbon person too, but I think I love embellishments a lot. These look like sparkle gems. Let me see if I can hold these up against some of the white. They're very sparkly and they're kind of coppery tan, and they are awesome. And there's a little sheet of mini dimensionals. There's a little tear and tape here. I would say it's a micro version of a tear and tape. It's very thin. There's not a lot going on, but just enough to probably use for what we need for class tonight. And then for this one, it looks like there are 9 matching envelopes, and I am excited. You never again getting, so Tyler thought that I just sprained my leg too, or my foot, I should say. We didn't know because we didn't see a doctor until we got back here in the States. And so all I know is I called Diane Bogenhagen on Monday morning. She looked at it and she said, you just get yourself a boot. Get yourself in a boot, wear a boot all week, and then when you get home, then you get it looked at. And that's what we did. And so I was talking to Tyler. It's like, I don't need to go on a motorcycle or a scooter or any kind of moped anytime soon. Like, I'm good. I'm very good. All right, so we've got our matching envelopes. Me personally, I like it when they decorate the outside of the envelope versus the inside. A lot of times you find that they'll decorate the inside, which when you close the envelope, you don't see it. And then we end up cutting the envelope apart because the paper is so cool. So I love it when they have the outside envelope flat matchy-matchy, which is really, really nice. All right, then what do we have in here? We have on the back side of the cardboard is always your set of instructions. And you can see there's 3 different designs, and they're all vertical, which is cool. I saved my cardboard for using it for shipping. Things like those that got the Meandering Meadow Stamp-A-Stack for me. I used lots of my cardboard to ship those to you. So what I want to do, I like to do the same thing. And I'm not even looking at instructions, you guys. I just do this and I go with the flow here. I like to be productive and efficient with my time. So what I'll do is the same step on each one of these. Like this is what I would do if I was making this kit all by myself too. I would do all of my burnishing with my bone folder, which is something that's not included in the kit. The bone folder is something that I keep in my little toolbox here. So this is my little caddy that I have that includes all my glue, my scissors, my take your pick tool, an ink and an adhesive eraser, my mini glue dots, my dimensionals, my tear and tape. Everything's in here. And these caddies, I have them for sale in case anybody's ever looking for something like that to keep on their desk while they craft. I have those available. Just reach out to me and I can tell you they're $25 plus shipping. And so you can get that figured out if you're interested in something like that. But I keep my bone folder in there. A bone folder is what you use to help burnish on the score line to help give it a nice crisp crease there. So I've just done all of that all at the same time. So now I've got that done. Then I have the mindset of I like to pop all of the little die cuts out that I use at the same time. So I've got hello, you called, is it me you're looking for? And then there was also thinking of you. And the rest of these must be a different language. And I'm assuming that. Now, what do you do with these extra die cut labels? Well, it's sad because the printed side, I mean, and I know why they do it, the printed side is for whatever language you need, but you could, in essence, pop these out and you could use the back side. The stitching does come through the back side, and so you could use these labels for other projects in life, later in life, make something pretty with them. So you've got that many extra circles and you have this many extra banners. And instead of just throwing them away, you could definitely use these. And I do all of the sheets at the same time. The back side works perfectly fine. So you could add these to a little pile of scraps that you might use. People ask, well, what do you do with these templates? You could use these in sponge color through them and use them as masks, but I don't generally do that. So I just toss them into the recycling. And then we have here 3 sets of, well, and they're already falling out on me. So we've got 3 of these flowers, it looks like, and 3 of them that are in frames. So let's just pull these out. Those are already falling all over the place. All right, and then there must be one here of something going on. All right, I get it. There's gonna be more of those, I see them. And there's 3 like that. There's 3 like that. These are little strips that go behind sentiment layers, I'm guessing. And then, very nice how they coordinated this die cutting out, or the punch outs here. So these to me are garbage. And then we've got some foliage things going on this sheet. You have to be careful popping this kind of stuff out. It's kind of delicate. You don't want to rip anything. So be very gentle with these. How do we know? So your question is kind of covered up by a heart. So let's just see here. How do we know what kits come out? Okay, so the first Tuesday of the month is when the kits are always released. So this was different in May. They actually, because the catalog launched on May 1st, which was a Wednesday, they already knew the kits on May 1st. So normally it would have been May 7th, but they announced the kits on May 1st. So in June, I would assume, if I look at the calendar for June, June 4th is a Tuesday. They have generally published these kits on the first Tuesday of the month. So if you go, so kits are special. You can't find them in a catalog. They are not printed in a catalog anywhere. They are considered to be online only. So the only way you can see them is by going into stampinup.com and going into the online store and looking at the new, what's happening or what's new. And that's where they will release the kits. And so you can always find out what's new for kits by going into stampinup.com and then searching the online store for the kits. First Tuesday of the month is generally when they publish them. and they are while supplies last. And this is another one where you could save, I know it says Danke, which is German, but you could save the back side of these to use these in your card making adventures. Don't throw them away. You could also cut a little white piece that's slightly smaller, and then you could use the petal pink as a border for your sentiment strip. All right, so there's that. So now we've got all of our bits and parts. Now it looks like these frames go with the green. These floweries go with the polka dotties, which are the hello you called. The big ones go with those. The circles go with these. These polka dotties go there. This goes with these. So I'm just organizing and dividing and conquering. Then it looks like this taller one goes with the greens right here. And then there's a shorter one. These shorter greenies go with this one. And then these olive ones go with that. So now I've kind of got everything divided up. And I think it's time to look at instructions. Follow the instructions on the pin pad. You're very welcome, Marcia. All right. So when you open these up, they're in color, which is awesome. And it talks about how you put things together. So what this one is showing is the tear and tape. So they want you to put tear and tape down the middle of the flowers, across the back of that coral banner. It's not a banner, but the rectangle. And then that's what gets attached to the card. And then the dimensionals were used behind the hello. That seems simple enough. So I think that's the one we'll start with because that's what they're recommending. So what we'll do is take all of the banners, and I like to do the same thing at the same time, just to be efficient with time. Now it's not in a hurry or a rush, but there's a lot of things to always get done, right? And this is where if you like to take your time and do one card at a time, you definitely can do that. And if you want to make them all at the same time, that's good too. So then I like to take all these dimensional backs off and get them prepped. So we'll set them there. Now, I only have one cat out here with me tonight. I think Hunky Doodle's in here. The other ones are in the house, if I'm guessing correctly. So I don't have to worry about Bigger Tigger coming up here and flopping his big belly and getting all stuck on him. All right, so those are ready to go. Now, there is a roll of tear and tape that they gave us, and I could use that. But the other thing I could use is my liquid glue. And I love liquid glue. I am a liquid glue girl. I absolutely use it all the time. It's very rare that you guys will ever see me using, and I could pop these up too if I wanted, but I think I'll leave them not popped up. We'll do them flat just like they have. And then the other thing that we can do is we'll line these all up. It's very rare that I was saying that you guys would find me using a tape runner. I've learned to use, you don't need a lot of this craft glue. This is Stampin' Up! Sells the Tombow glue here. So what this shows here is the rectangle piece going down first. And I'm gonna guess something, it's like a little bit south of the border, south of the equator. So it's a little bit lower than the middle. And then this one will go over here. And I can see I'm using the picture here as a guide to put it, that there's a little bit of the orange there. And then we'll grab this one since it's already getting stuck. And because I'm using liquid glue, I have a little bit of wiggle room. So if I wanted to move that all down a hair, I could. And then I've got a little bit of the coral coming out the bottom here. So that's it. I mean, super simple. Now, if you wanted to zhuzh it up, you could definitely have cut this base into a 5 1/4 by 4 mat and then put it onto a Calypso Coral base and then use this as your mat on the inside and cut that down to 5 1/4 by 4 too. And that would have zhuzhed it up just enough so that it would be a little bit thicker and more layers too. So that's centered left to right. And then we're gonna put that right about here. And then that goes right about there. So there, got another one done. Da, 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 da. Another one bites the dust. So now, let's just see. If I have a piece of coral here, I gotta see if I have a piece of coral. I will show you guys what I mean by the zhuzhing it up. So, And I have this entire big bag from Mexico. You guys, it feels like Mexico was a blur. It was such a long time ago already. And I have this awesome bag of goodies to show you guys. And I'm gonna just zhuzh this one up. And that's okay, I'm gonna let that stuff sit there and marinate for a moment. This is 5 1/4. Oh, I just cut, no, I did it 5 1/2. What I'm gonna show you here is the zhuzhing it up. Just to show you what you can do if you want to add a little bit more. So I'm gonna do this by 5 1/4. And then we're going to cut this at 4. And just because we need an inside, I will cut this then. Now, if you wanted to use both of these to be mats for a card base, you could. I'm just gonna take this and burnish this. What you can do is put that down on the front. I hope it was coral. I feel like it was coral, but it could have been some sort of a peachy color too. So then now we're gonna grab this one and then this one like that, and then hello. All right, so you can see just by adding another base to it, or a different base, it changes the look and appearance and kind of decorates. The coral brings out the coral in the banner. And then what you could do with this piece is either use it for your inside right here, since you're gonna want a white inside, because it's hard to see any writing that's on there, so you're gonna want the white inside, or you could take and use this for another card mat. You know, use this for a mat on another card. I think just to keep things simple for me, I need a white, and I'm probably not going to use this for a different card at the moment, so I'll keep it so we're on track here. So we have an inside. So there you go, there's a simple way to step up the card by adding a different color base to it. All right, I'll come back and I will put my gemsies on in a little bit. And we're gonna rock and roll hoochie coo to the next one here. So we have this guy, and there's 3 again, and it's looking like they want us to put some tape along the back of that for those, and then we've got some foliage guys that are going to tuck underneath here. So what they did is they made a little connector, so the foliage is connected by this little tab on the bottom, or whatever you want to call the little rectangle, and so that you glue that underneath, and this olive one goes right next to it. All right, so that's what they've got. And they didn't pop up the banner thing, and they did pop up this. So we can do what we want. I'm trying to think if I want to pop up the banner thing as well, and or leave it flat. So to pop or not to pop, that is the question. And I think I'm the idea of popping it. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some dimensionals right through the middle of this. Let's just do one here to see how it looks. And I'm not putting them down too far. We're gonna put this on kind of where it shows it in the picture. So something like this. And then these, though, I am gonna do flat. And I think what I'll do is put a little dot of liquid glue on the back side of them. And then it looks like they did the green one, the dark green, they're both green, but they did the dark green one, the peacock one first. So we're gonna put that down. And then this one goes down next. And so now for the circle, I don't wanna put more dimensionals where I dimensionalize the banner. So what I'm gonna do is put a dimensional on the top and the bottom here. And then I'm gonna run liquid glue through the middle area, which is where the circle is gonna catch there. And now we've got the banner. I think I might just go one little more scooch to the left. There we go. So that's what we've got. Now, this is another one. You could trim off a scooch off the bottom, a scooch off the top to bring it to 5 1/4. You could cut one of these sides to 4 inches. I would probably leave this side because I like how the triangle or the diagonal comes up and it has a white border. So you could cut this at 4, and you could mat this also onto a calypso coral base like this. Or you could even do peacock, or you could do old olive. So it's another one where you could definitely do that. And then you could use the white on the inside of your card. So we're gonna go like that's the first one. So let's see here. I think what we did is we're gonna pop this up. Now the question is, would we use olive or would we use coral? Or would we use something else? So let's, I think maybe, so the peacock matches this right here, but it has a lot more shaded spruce and garden green in it, is what I'm seeing. So let's put this down first. I think we will, just to see what it looks like. We're gonna cut this down. You guys wanna see it? I think I do. So I talked about a scooch. So let's do, how much can we cut off the top here? I'm thinking, let's cut it right about there. And that is, it's basically 5 1/4. And, we didn't cut off the top one. I don't know, was that 5 1/4? Oh, it was, definitely. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this at 4 this way. So that's gonna be our inside. And then what we're gonna do is cut the score line off. And then I'm gonna go from this other direction and do 4 inches. Like that. So we just made them our front mat. And I think we're gonna go with the coral. And see what that looks like. I think it'll be perfectly good. All right, so let's go at 5 1/2. And we're gonna mat this one on here. All right, so let's glue and glue. So this is our gluing and this is our gluing. So let's get these glued. So we'll put a little glue on these, and then we're gonna put a little glue on the backs of these right away. Don't worry, we'll be safe. We will not get glue all over the place. Okay, now let's see what this looks like when we put this on a coral base. I think you guys are gonna be happier with it. For those that like layers, I think you're gonna love the layer on here. And then this guy will get popped up. Okay, like this. And then we'll put the peacock one down first, which I believe is this one. Put that right about there. And then this guy can sneak in. Very good. And then on this one, we'll sneak the peacock in first. So the kits are super easy. They really are. When you have a kit like this, it allows you to be creative. And for those people that say, well, I'm not very creative, I can't make cards. Well, they help you be creative. Stampin' Up! Does all the designing for you with these kind of kits. And then what I'll do is run my liquid glue through the middle. And then this gets plopped down like that, and boom. Boom, boom. So you can see the difference by adding the colored cardstock to the background. It brings out the banner again. All right, so there we go. And let's see what this last one has in store for us. There's a frame. And they're saying that this frame gets popped up with dimensionals. So let's see what that's about. And then there's one of the peacock leaves tucked behind. Okay, I think we can handle this. So what we'll do is pop on some of these guys. And when it comes to the frame part though, I like to use the edge of the dimensional. So I'm going to cut strips like this and trim the ends here like this. Cut that one in half. And let's see what we've got going on here then. So this strip like this will be perfect to go down the edge like that. And the same with this one. Let's put that right down the middle here. And I need one more down the side of this one. So you cut them thin enough that they fit right in the width of the frame. And then there's one more here. And I think what I'll do for this guy is cut it in half and use some of it here. I'll use some of it up here. And then I think that down here we'll grab a little baby, a wee little one, and a wee little one over there. I like to do the prepping. If you guys didn't notice, get everything all prepped and then start picking off the dimensionals. This one can get cut like that, which is really good, and put him along the bottom. And then this guy, he's gonna need those little Humpty Humps cut off, and that can go along the top. Now, I think that's sufficient for our dimensional expenditures or adventures for today, for this frame. So you can pick all those off. And it looks like these go right onto the front of the card. And one more on this guy. All right, so I'm gonna set these over here so I don't have a hot mess going on with my stickiness. Oh, we're missing one down here. So what will we do? We'll grab these little teeny little white guys down here. I was gonna say yellow polka dot bikini girls, but remember the song? She wore an teeny little like a little yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. Hey, so remember, you guys ever watch Revenge of the Nerds? That's where I remember that song from. That was a long time ago. All right. Then I think we need a couple up at the top here. So we'll cut a strip there, like that. All right, now we're locked and ready to go. So these get put, it looks like they're just centered right on the card, like this. If you look, it looks like there's green equal amounts all the way around. So something like that. Once you start to put it down, do not try to pick it up halfway through. It will not like you. All right, so there's that one. And then lastly, making sure that they're opening on the right-hand side too. Otherwise you make your trick cards. All right, so that could go. And I see the little dimensional came up a little bit. So let's put that right there. All right, now these little green leafy things, they look like they get tucked in underneath here and they're kind of sneaking out right about like that. I probably shouldn't have put like the dimensional right there, but we'll make it work. It's all good in the hood. Well, let's flip those over. Put a little dot of liquid glue here. I think that'll be good. So let's put this in. We're gonna sneak this in the side like that. And I look at the top leaf here and it's kind of right in line with the frame. So we'll put that one there. And then this one can go over there as well. If you need to pick up one of the dimensionals there, you can still do that. Okay, and then this last one, there'll be more structure over the top of it, so don't worry about that. It doesn't have a lot of liquid glue. All right, then what it's saying is the little rectangle here is going to get adhered to this, and then this gets popped up here. So I think what we're gonna do for gluing purposes is run a little strip of liquid glue just through the middle here, and then attach that to the back like that of the thanks label here. Center it, and with that liquid glue I can wiggle it and get an eyeball sighting of how it needs to go. And last, this guy right here. All right, so now when we put this on, this is popped up here already. So we're not going to be able to, I wouldn't want to put more dimensionals there. So what I think I'm going to do is just put a dimensional in the middle area of that. And I think that should be enough to hold our little thanks banner. So I'm putting those 2 little dimensionals there. And then what happens is, I think that we could actually put on the way right side, we could put another one to help support it, because I think otherwise it might get saggy on that side. All right, so then we got those picked off. We can pick these off like this and like that. Okay, then just eyeballing it, that it's a little bit of green that you can see through the border. I thought about, before I started gluing and getting glue happy, I did think about potentially matting this on something. And I guess I forgot to think about that later. So I thought putting this on a peacock, because I don't think coral will look so hot. Putting coral, that's not so bad. It's not bad. I wouldn't pick that though. I think I would maybe go with a peacock if I'm going to mat that, but I actually think this one, there's enough stuff going on that it doesn't necessarily need to be, just my leaves need to get stuck under there. Okay, I think it's got enough going on that it maybe looks good just like it is. And that's it for this kit, besides the gems. So this one gets, they all get 3 gems, it looks like. And I've got my take your pick tool, and that helps me to pick up. Now, I see they got 2 squished down here in the corner. I think what I'm gonna do is not do them like that. You guys, when you make your cards, you can always change it up. You don't have to do exactly what I do or what they do, but I think I kind of liked, I don't know if you can see where I got them there, and I put the other one right down there. There, but not there. And then let's put 2 right there. They're so pretty. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. Oh man, that went flying through the air with the greatest of ease. So, I don't know if I will find that anytime soon. All right, let's just hope that I have 1 extra at the end that I don't necessarily need, that I can use on that. All right, so that's what we ended up with. All right, so good job. Yay, we got those 3 done. These look like you can't even see them. Oh, they got them right there, there, and there. Okay, they get hidden, big time hidden. So let's see here. I think 1 would look nice there. And then maybe 1 there. And I guess I can see them better here and here and here versus mixed in up there. They get completely lost in the flowers. So the other thing is, if you're not a fan of this guy right here flippy flopping all around, you can show it who's boss by putting a little dot of liquid glue on it, and that will help it to not flippy flop around. And then I'm going to put that one there, there. I think it was right down here, there, and then this card is done. Okay, so we got all 3 of those bad boys. Good. Yay. Okay, and then set them right here. Our last style over here, it showed them there, there, and there. Okay, it shows them here and down here. I think I'm gonna do mine different. I think I will go with up here, 2 of them, like that. And then the last one I think I'm gonna put down there. So I am gonna alter them slightly from where they have on their picture. And do the same thing on these other guys. All right, and look at that. I had enough gems, even with throwing one halfway across my desk. I would have had enough for one more card. All right, isn't that a pretty one? Very nice. Boom, boom, boom. We've got 9 cards done, lickety split. That was awesome. All right, so hopefully that makes sense to you guys, how we did all those. And this was what was left from the kit, just a few labels. And there were actually 3 gems. The other gem flew halfway across the desk here, so I don't know exactly where it is, but maybe I'll find that someday. And that's what we got. I do absolutely love having the extra mat on there. That made a difference for me for that one, and it made a difference for me on this one. So this one didn't seem like it needed a coral mat. I don't know, an olive mat maybe could have worked for that one. Like if you would have wanted to mat that. Let me see if I have an olive really quick. We'll just see what olive looks. Might have been too much olive, and maybe not, but yeah, too much olive. And I don't know if I would have liked peacock behind it either, but maybe a petal pink. I'm trying to think here. Ooh, I don't even have any petal pink here, but I have a scrap, like teeny tiny scrap here. You could see, no, I don't think that either. Maybe white, I don't know. It almost didn't need another mat, that one. They did fine where it is good. Good, good, good. All right, so that is what we have for that kit. Very nice. Got it. Thinking of you, hello, and thanks. Great, versatile, all occasion cards for that one. Love it. Love it. That kit is called Hello Hollyhocks. It's perfect for what we've got coming up here in the spring. This next one, I'm not so certain of. I don't know. I'll see what this one's all about. It's called City Sights. City Sights kit. It's about skyscrapers, right? That's what I saw in the picture. So let's see what it looks like when we open it up. There's a Pebbled Path ink, some skyscrapers, and a background stamp. And this guy right here. Let's see what we all get. It looks like we've got some copper little gems. Let's take them out of the plastic so you guys can see them better. So now this one is an all-inclusive kit. The cost of this one is a little bit more because it includes a stamp set like this, a little ink spot, and it has a block. So these are the kit blocks that you get. They're a little bit thinner than a regular D block. And what I like to do, and you got another roll of Terran tape, which we'll see if we use or not, or we just hang up over on the side here. I like to pull in my regular blocks and my regular ink pad. Another little sheet of dimensionals, so we'll use up the other one first. And look at the pointiness of these envelopes. The instructions on the back here. And cardboard can go over here. And we've got, it looks like 8 cards, 4 and 4. Happy birthday and thinking of you. Now these envelopes, I usually, let's just go like that, and then I grab them like this. Okay, so now they're all ready to go. And then I can take my fingers and pinch them. And that helps to give them that crease. It looks like there's 4 blue with white, and then there's 4 tannish with blue. Very peaky envelopes. So there's 8 envelopes. We'll set them off to the side. And then you'll have your 4 card bases, like that. And haha, did you see what I just did there? I burnished all 4 of them at the same time. And then your labels here. So you've got happy birthday, and there must be 4 of them here. Now these are white on the back side. So if you wanted, you could use the back side, or if you want to use the front side, the size of this circle, just measure it. If you measure this, you can see it's 1 and like 13/16, I would say. So if you had a 1.5-inch circle punch, you could maybe fit that right over the top and have that pebbled path border all the way around. So you could use the front side of that. And then here we've got some more punch outs. We'll do all those at the same time. And they look like they're basic beige. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having a hard time with basic beige. We are trying and trying and trying to use basic beige in our designing, and we cannot, it just doesn't always fit so good. Definitely missing our Sahara sand. All right, so let's grab all these. I'm gonna go that way and that way. So these are our horizontal. Ooh, look at this. There's some corrugated die cuts. Now this is super cool. Because there used to be a crimper or a corrugator, and that is exactly what this is. It's corrugated paper. And they are die cuts that are in the shape of a banner for that one. And then these are some rectangles. And there's actually some extra strips going on here that you could use in your designing endeavors. So if you trim these, I could see possibly utilizing these in, I ripped the one, but you could definitely add these as little accent strips. They're pretty cool. They're raised up and corrugated. So that might be worth saving that stuff. All right. And then there's more sayings. Thinking of you today. So let's pull those out. And then all the rest of them, if you need them, great. If you want to use that language, and let's say you have a friend living in the country or that knows that language, you could utilize them, or you could use the back sides again. So we'll put them on my pile O extra die cut labels here. I can pass those on to somebody who might utilize them. It looks like boho blue is the color that these labels are. And I just saw an ad come up. Okay, so here's this. And there we go. So that's all cut out. And these, I don't know what I will ever do with them. So I put them on my little scrap pile of people to have them. And I think we're ready now. So that's what I like to do with a kit. I like to grab out everything ahead of time. And it looks like they have us wanting to do some stamping. Let's see what stamp. We stamped splotchy dotties there and the city scrapers, okay, on that one. And 1, 2, so 1, 2, stamping. So stamping on, I'm just reading and look. You guys, I don't look at this before we we go live. Oh, you could tell it was still in plastic. So this set goes with this. That goes there. That's garbage. These circle ones go with this one. Happy birthdays here. Thinking of you today. These go with this one. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a D block really quick. One moment, please. I'm gonna hobble over here and I'm gonna grab Pebbled Path as well. And that's right here. Okay, carry on. So let's do our stamping first. And it looks like if I just look back at here, the circle one, it gets the splotchy. So let's pop these out. You can make something creative with that if you want to. Why not, right? Okay, so there's that. And let's grab a little scratch paper to put underneath us. And use Pebbled Path. So they look like they go like that, and this looks like it goes like that. So let's see what that looks like stamped. It's a cool little background stamp. Ooh, it's really dark. Guess we're gonna go for it. it looks like that. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. So we got it like this. We'll go like that. And we'll stamp all 4 of these at the same time. And then that one will be done. And I did rehydrate my chamois after class last week, which was awesome. It was bone dry. All right, that is done. Put that back on this one. Now, it's not exactly my cup of tea, I'll tell you that, but doesn't mean that you guys won't like this. So let's get this guy. Oh, he's big. Oh man, he's really big. Just barely fits on this block. Wow. So I wonder if that block was even bigger. Can't be. Oh, it was. Can't be. And it's not beveled, so that's why this block will actually work better. The D block is beveled, and that's why it wouldn't fit on there so well. Okay, that makes sense. And then these are underneath here, so let's grab. And I'm actually going to put this underneath to help see better. So photopolymer stamps are great because you can see through them. So a lot easier to stamp with than red rubber. Oh my goodness, look at that. I would say that's not too bad. And we'll try to replicate that again. Cool. When I stamp on a die cut image, I hover over the top until I get it exactly where I think it needs to be, and then I drop it down. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, look right, left, right, because once you start it, you feel like you have it lined up, and then you go to the left, but then you move the right at the same time. So you want to make sure that you look right, left, right. And there it is. How about them apples? All right, pebbled path was what we used for the inky dinky do there. Oh, there's a fruit fly. Already, how do I have a fruit fly? Probably should be squishing it on my project. Okay, so that goes there, this goes here, and what do we have left to do? So, I'm sorry guys, it's flying around me like it just doesn't care. All right, let's go to this one, and we'll get this guy put together. And I have these backwards now. So that goes here. And the circlies go over here. Interesting. So that's the stamp spot. It's saying that's a stamp spot to stamp that. And then it's saying to use dimensionals to put the circle on. All right, so let's flip these over. And let's get our dimensionals on all of these. And we are going to use up this small, teeny sheet of dimensionals, which will make me happy. Nothing better than cleaning up a sheet of dimensionals. And you know, that guy will go there. Yay! Now we can grab the next little sheet of dimensionals. Okay, so they're like a little bit bigger than what I feel like this strip up here is. So I am going to grab the side action again here and peel off one of them already and see if that might work better for me in the long run here, because I cut them thin enough that they will fit better in that circle of the arm up there. All right, so good deal. All right, let's get this guy on here. And this one. So this one had a little stamping, so it's a different type of kit than the Hello Hollyhocks. That one, there was nothing that needed to get stamped. Come on, little guy. Perfect. All right, let's get these off. Grab these, and then we'll cut another little side strip because we need some more on this last one here. I think we'll grab from down here. Make sure it's thin enough. If it's too thick, you're gonna have it's gonna just overhang that circle edge part here. Like that. And cut them short enough that they can go around the circle. I'll just do these last two right here. I think we'll call it good. All right, pick those guys off. All right, and then these will need it. And then it looks like this just gets set down right onto the card. So let's grab this. Circle goes through, I don't know, it looks to the right more and then centered top to bottom is what I'd say, but I think I might go down a hair here. Hair here. And then we'll put this guy down. Oh, I think I might have gotten him. Sorry about that. I'm killing a little fruit fly in front of you guys. But you might not have seen it. It was off camera. All right, but I think I got it. It's so early to have fruit flies. I feel like they never left me this winter. They were flying around yet. All right, now, there are two other things that need to go on here. This corrugated piece with the banner this way, and it looks like the circle is covered there. All right, so what we'll do for that, I'm gonna grab the dimensionals from over here, and we're gonna flip them over so we have the smooth side. And we're gonna put a dimensional on the end only, because the other part is already raised up and we don't want to have it being on an angle. So I think what we'll do is put the liquid glue across the bottom of them, like that. Okay, so they're prepped and ready to go. And then I put on the wrong end on this one. Ha, did you guys catch that at all? I didn't until right now. It needs to go on that end. And so this will go, make sure you got it straight. There's that one. And then we'll put this guy down. Perfect. And then we can put this one down. Very nice. And then the last one is over here. And then it looks like the circle goes on next. And that fits right here. Now, I would do a dimensional, but I think I would only do it right at the very tippy-toppy bottom, because that's the part that hangs over the already embossed area here. So we're just looking for the bottom of the happy birthday, right like that. And then I think what we'll do, that's tacky, we'll run some liquid glue right through the middle here so that the top part of the circle catches it. And then that one. All right, so happy birthday. I am lining up the birthday with the banner. So the happy and the birthday are straight with the banner here. And then that one can go right there. And then this one can go right there. And one more. And then we got these four pretty much ready to go, except for the gemsies. These cute little coppery gems. So it's so crazy. I've been watching the comments with you guys, and nobody has done a comment since Marsha Long. Is that what you guys see too? Or is it that my phone is just not registering the comments? All right, this one has some gems. 1, 2, 3. So I do like where they put this one gem, like down there. I'm good with that. I like that. We'll do that. Like that on all of them. And then they did a gem there and there. Okay. I like it on the banner actually, so I think I'm gonna do the banner like that. Okay, and then one more so that we're not having odds. It was right there is where they showed it, and I think I'm okay with that. I can live with that. These are cool gems. I like them a lot. I would love for them to be in the annual catalog. All right, there's what we have for 4 cards. Let's give that glue a little chance to meld and mingle. So there's a nice manly man card. City-sized skyscrapers, I would say. Okay, we'll bring them back. I'm gonna keep a working here. And the last card looks like this, and we've got our stamping done already. So what they're saying is we need to dimensionalize our skyscrapers here. So we'll grab some more of these and pop them up. I do personally like the bigger dimensionals better, but when they give you little ones to use, you're gonna use them. So let's get them all situated on here. It's just the backing is harder to pick off, I think, when it comes to these little guys than for the big dimensionals. It's like a marathon of dimensionals here. 2, 1 more. Okay, it does show the corrugated popped up as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll pop it up and go for it as well. I think I'll run 4 of them across the back and grab these guys over here. All right, so you guys, after you saw the hollyhocks, did it inspire you, or did it make you have any interest in the kit, or did it help you confirm, yep, I'm good? It's always like the great thing about showing things off is that it's like, yep, I like it, or nope, I'm good without it. And then the next question would be, what do you think of this one? Are you like, yep, nope, not for me? Or, oh my gosh, I had somebody that would love this card, and now I have to get it because they would love it. Okay, so these little dimensionals, I will show you a trick. So Diane Bogenhagen taught me this. You can take your pick tool, you poke in, lift up. So you poke in, lift up. You can get them a lot easier and faster than your fingernail with these guys. I can handle the big ones, but not mass quantities of these little dudes. So you poke in, pull up, poke in, pull up, poke in, pull up, poke in, pull up, poke in. So you can get lots of them at one time then. All right, and then, hi dear. I feel like deer's here. Hello? No? Okay. So we are just gonna pull all these off and put them right onto card. So let's see what we've got. This will go down here, like about here, making sure it's straight. The skyscraper part goes so that I put the raw edge where the stamping starts. I'm gonna put that under here so that you can't kind of see that line. So that's good. And then let's finish off with these. Again, putting that underneath there. And then over here, like that. And okay, well, I will admit that I do like how they made the scenery back here look super cool, like a distant kind of fog. It's a nice little layout. These, what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna run liquid glue across the back of them and call it a day, like that. 1, 2, 3. Now, the one thing I didn't do is stamp insides for these cards. So that is something that needs to go back and be done. So this Thinking of You goes right through the middle here. I love the Misty Moonlight with the boho blue combination and a little bit of the tan action. That is cool. This kind of centers right below here. Let's do 2 more yet. And just centers right there nicely. Thinking of you today. Not tomorrow, today. Thinking of you today. Well, hello there, little wee one. Good timing. I don't have any glue for you to get caught up in. You guys, this is Honey. She's Sassy Pants. She got away on Tyler last night, Friday night. Tyler lost her outside, and it took about 15 minutes to find this one, and you are not on his good list right now, little Lady Jane. So, you better behave yourself, young lady. Yep, but he found her. He found her in the bushes, and she hasn't been outside since. See, the cats go for little walks with Tyler outside. They each get to take their turn. Now, I do not like where they put them on here either. So I'm going to rearrange where I put mine. I'm going to do one down there and two over here. So Honey is not on his good list right now. Gave him a little bit of a scare. And Tyler's calling me, and my phone's in the house, and I'm in the mudroom, and I don't hear it ringing because I had it on silent. And I can't go running to get the phone. It was a hot mess on Friday night. All right, so there's that. And there's, oh, hello, bigger Tigger, handsome little man. Hi, baby. Oh, yeah. Where have you been all night, buddy? Were you just waking up from a slumber? Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. You really want, you think so, huh? All right, buddy. We can make cards on top of you. That is okay, because you know what? We're on the final countdown, buddy. We got the last one right there, and then we got all of them down. And you think you're so cute. You think you're so handsome, don't you? You just totally sprawled out over all of this. Is that so, huh? All right, so we have here 4 awesome cards. I'm going to pull this out from his belly here. Let's see if I get it. Okay, so we've got 4 cards here. You think you're so cute and adorable, right? Your dad put you in here, didn't he? All right, so there's our 4. And we didn't do too bad, you guys. On my clock, it says 9:02. And we've got those 4, right? So we just did 8 cards from the city sites. And these really, Tigger came in right in time because they really match him nicely. They got his tan fur going on here. Are you ready to pose for a picture, buddy? All right, so we've got those done. They have matching envelopes, which are super cool. So the envelopes match, very nice. And then we've got here, so I would probably do the blue with the blue, and the one that has tan, I would put with the tan one. So we've got those 8 cards done. Oh, buddy, you think you're the most adorable kitten around. And then we have hollyhocks. So let's, yeah, you think you didn't get any attention today, that we don't love you and we didn't give you any good lovin's today. And then this is what happens. Okay, where did my hollyhocks? Oh, I put them in the box. That's what I did. Okay, so we also got these 9 done. So 3, 3, and 3. And we started about an hour and a half ago, you guys. And so I know I work at a relatively maybe faster speed than the average bear, but I also like to be efficient with my time. And so if I'm doing the same step, I do it on everything all at once. And we managed to get all these cards made in one night. Yay. So we did it. And then Bigger Tigger came in to say hello. In case you guys were missing your kitten fixes. We did it. Yay. Okay, and he's so happy to be here right now with me, you guys. So awesome. Well, I don't see any other comments that were coming in at all. And I don't know if you guys were seeing anything. I don't know, it's like, maybe I should go back out and come back in and see if that changes. Oh man, there's all the comments, you guys. I honestly felt like I was talking to myself for the whole night. It seems like that. Wow. Did you guys, like, look, I just refreshed my comments and look at all the comments that were coming in. All right. So the last comment that I kept seeing was here. How do we know what kits came out? So let's go back here. Kinsey said, does the in-color starter kit end May 31st? Yes. There is an in-color starter kit. It is for the month of May only, so it does end May 31st. So Marcia said it took her all afternoon to do one lavender card and then lost the little butterflies and then I had a fight with the tear and tape. Oh boy. Oh, love this kit. Perfect. Some quick cards. Good. I have a craft room in the basement, but lately I've been bringing supplies up to the dining room table. I like making one at a time. Stretch out the fun of making the cards, Cheryl. That definitely is a great mindset to have. Stretch it out. You thought they were plant pots up on the bottom. Amy's a newbie. Yay, Amy, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, scoos and scoos and shoes. Yes, exactly. Zhuzh it up, right? So Amy, Amy, I did send you an email back. I believe I messaged you around 7:20 or 7:15. It was right before I came out here to go live. So Amy, check your email. It might be in your spam folder. But anybody who's looking to do Stampin' Fun in the Sun with me here in the United States, I still have about 25 boxes left or 25 spots of the class left. So yes, definitely get in on that. Hi, Sharon Land. Everything is better with layers. Yes, Ann Bellinger. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at all these comments. I wish that they would have been popping up while I was live. These are pretty. I prefer the ones with the Calypso corals. I definitely agree with you, Jean. The Hollyhocks are, hi, Deanne Dawn. I still have your Cheryl. I still have my crimper too. It's tucked away somewhere up in my green room. I have that very crimper. I started so Cheryl was in 2000. That is exactly when I started stamping, Cheryl. 2000 is the year I started stamping. I never get them in the right spot. I can't stamp with blocks anymore. I always used, oh, the platform is perfect. I definitely agree. The back one in the day, doubt. Okay, you guys, look at all these comments. I don't know why they were not showing up in my phone. There's Julene. Silver would have been on fire. Yes, I agree. The beige is too light with, yes. The beige, okay, so we tried to work and incorporate the beige into these cards, and the only thing we could pull in is this beige ribbon, and it's okay, it works with it, but we tried to pull in beige cardstock, and the beige cardstock just would not work with any of these, way too light. I need dimensional tape. Yes, that would be good. I just love to use the little dimensionals up that we get in here. Oh, on the paper. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many comments. Emmy loves outside, but she would try to, yes. So Deb, the cats all like wait at the door for us, and then we have to put our foot in front of the door so they don't go and try to get out on us. We let the kid out for a couple hours. She never leaves the block. You know, I would be afraid to do that. So I would definitely be afraid at this point. Tyler loves like we both love the kittens way too much that if they never came back, we would be sad, bad news bears. Like we'd be sad basket cases. Yes, Tyler said that he let them in so that he knows that I'm ready. Yes. Poof, there are the comments. I don't want to miss this one either. Oh no, Kenzie. Okay, so I will check with Rose. Amy, yes, the choice of class sent you another email regarding that. Okay, perfect, Amy. So I will watch my emails. I can't promise you guys I will be responding to any more emails tonight unless like I sneak away to go to the bathroom and then I take my phone with me and I do reply to people. Like I do multitask, you guys, like big time. So Amy, if I can answer something really quickly, that's what I do. But if I need to process anything like documenting names in a book or signing people up, then I don't usually do that really fast from the bathroom. But I do sneak away to the bathroom to respond to people. I do that, you guys. I think some of you guys know that, but yay. Okay, well, we did it. We got through some comments also. Kenzie, I will reach out to Rose and make sure she knows that you're trying to reach her. I know that, oh my goodness. I had my mind just went blank because I heard Tyler was sawing in another room and I know he's ready for me. Nancy Mole was looking for the DSP sampler in Canada. So I did talk to Rose about that and I sent her my sheets so she knows what to print off, and she was gonna see how she could incorporate that into her business. So but Amy will definitely look for your messages too by the morning. So, and then Jolene messaged while we were watching, you guys, that she was working on Let's Just Stamp PDF. If I have it in my inbox tonight, what I do is I send it off to Karen overnight, and then Karen will proofread it first thing in the morning, and then she will let me know that she's got it proofread, and we will be good to go, and I'll send it out. My goal is by 10 o'clock. So I do have to figure out the whole clue one for Mystery Night, so I'm going to sneak that in somehow yet tonight too. So if not, you guys will have a clue one by the morning, and you'll have throughout the day to get it to get done. The mystery card is not going to be a crazy fun fold over the top layout. It's going to be a nice, simple, clean card. So those that like easier steps, you're going to like this one. So good stuff. Well done. All right, you guys. I'm going to say goodnight. I'm on the fence with the city kit. You know, I was on the fence too. I bought it because I knew I wanted to show it to you guys. I'm good with it. Like I think I would pick this one as my favorite between the two. I definitely like the Skylines, but you gotta give it to the right person. So, and then I gotta go back to and stamp. And now these are another one where you could cut off the border and mat this onto Misty Moonlight or Boho Blue, both of these, or Pebbled Path. You could definitely mat these and give them a little bit more sustenance. So yay! Maybe in copper too, absolutely. That would match the gems very nicely. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna sign off. It's 9:10. I told Tyler I'd be done at 9. I'm usually 5 to 10 minutes late, so I think he's expecting that. So I'm gonna say lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you guys. I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock on the 20th. Tomorrow is 1 o'clock. We're gonna do Let's Just Stamp with the magnolias. I do not have any magnolias left, so I think they're all sold out. Diane might have one. When she has class on Tuesday night, she'll let me know if she has one left or not. But we did really good on the magnolias. All 60 of my card sets they're gone by Friday, which was amazing. So very, very good. All right, you guys, love you a long time. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your evening. Thanks for being with me tonight for our kit class. Bye.